Now, the Senate Minority Leader, that's Chuck Schumer, he is happy about this spending bill. Here's the quote. "Every bill takes compromise, and there was plenty here, but at the end of the day, we Democrats feel very good because so many of our priorities for the middle class were included." Come on in. White House Legislative Affairs Director Marc Short. The Democrats very happy with the spending bill. A lot of Republicans are not. What say you, sir?
Well, Stuart, I think if you step back and look at what we delivered on this bill, it's the largest pay increase for our military in the last 10 years. It's the largest rebuilding of our military that President Obama had hollowed out since World War II. It does provide the $1.6 billion we asked for the wall, despite your previous guest comments. This is $1.6 billion, keep in mind, over the next 6 months. It's 6 months of appropriations to complete this fiscal year. $1.6 billion is 110 miles of new construction along the southern border. It provides the funding that we'd asked for combating opiate epidemics. It provides $20 billion in infrastructure funding we asked for. It also provides a couple of different legislation that the NRA supports that helps to tighten rules on background checks, and it also provides the legislation we wanted on Stop School Violence Act. So there's a lot of things in this bill as well that we're proud of.
Here's what we're hearing from Republicans, both in the House and in the Senate. This is not a bill that Republican voters voted for when they voted in the presidential election November 2016. This is not what we voted for. Would you respond directly to that?
Yeah, Stuart, I think that as the president's articulated, that we needed to rebuild the military, and the cost of that was partnering with Democrats on domestic spending. The challenge we have is that Congress has not filled the appropriations process appropriately in the last 22 years. Not since 1996 have they gone through the normal appropriations process. The process is broken, which means you end up with a system in which you have a large omnibus bill that is negotiated in a bipartisan fashion. It is as Senator Kennedy laments, the sort of Hobbesian choice you're faced with here of shutting down the government or supporting the military. The answer is for Congress to do their job and actually complete the bills on time. The president submitted his budget last February. The appropriations process is supposed to be completed on September 30th. We've had 6 continuing resolutions that Secretary Mattis has told us is he's basically funding broken equipment as opposed to purchasing new equipment like he needs to do. If Congress would do their job, we wouldn't be in this position. But because Congress has failed to, what we end up doing is you negotiate an omnibus bill, and we end up getting many things that we've asked for. But there's no doubt, Stuart, there's no doubt that it provides more non-defense spending than we would like. But the alternative is to shut down the government, not provide our military the resources they need, not provide the border security we need, and not provide a 10% increase in DHS's budget.
Yeah, I do have to ask you about the back and forth between President Trump and Joe Biden. That extraordinary tweet from the president this morning. Your response to it, sir?
Well, Stuart, I don't edit the president's tweets. I think that the reality is that you've seen him many times. That the American people appreciate is he's somebody who's going to stand up for himself, and they appreciate a strong president. And
I would, in my opinion, I think the base may approve of this, but many people in America will be embarrassed by a president who uses that kind of language.
Stuart, I think the American people appreciate the president's direct communication with them time and again, and I think that the reality is that in many cases the vehicles that he has to communicate with them are new, and I think that's what helped propel him to the presidency of the United States.
Okay. Marc Short, look, thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning, sir. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Stuart. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. All right.